shredding is awesome, but I think it's only awesome when you do it with some purpose. Tasteful shredding, I think, is defined as finding the right place to put fast passages of notes. In that little intro, I think that's nice if that is the ceiling of the shred. I think it's complemented nicely at the very end there by something that's slower. You kind of want an arc to any solo that you take, generally speaking. Of course, this is all subjective, but I think the key to really playing meaningful music is dynamics, and that doesn't necessarily have to be dynamics in volume. It can be dynamic rhythm, dynamic melodies, etc. I just think differentiation is important. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to shred, sometimes once you get like a really fast sweep picking or alternate picking pattern down, you tend to overdo it a little bit. And I know from experience, you know, when you learn to play a fast riff, then you kind of want to play everything fast all the time. It's all you can think about. So when you do go to improvise, that can kind of take over your guitar playing and maybe make you less expressive. So I think the key to shredding tastefully is knowing where to put those shred-tastic riffs to have the maximum impact. So I've thought a lot about how to really convey this and make this actually mean something to you if you've never really considered this topic before. I'm going to play a solo at the end of this video to kind of demonstrate what I consider to be tasteful shredding. Again, I'm not telling you that I'm a shred master. There are so many people who are better at playing fast than me. I just do the best I can, and I try and show you what I know. So take that for what it is, but I did whip out the Strat just to show you that it doesn't necessarily have to be metal where shred fits in, and you'll see that in the solo that I take in the end of this video. But I think to really hit home, to really convey this concept, I'm going to use my trusty whiteboard. Let's say this line represents our solo. Now the red is going to be our shred section. Our green, kind of a blend between slow and fast playing, and the blue is going to be the slower, more melodic playing. So you can start a solo however you like, whether it's blazing fast shred, a melodic approach, or somewhere in between. As we develop motifs and other things that solos consist of, we come to a point where we can either pivot to something slower or something faster. The most tasteful shred will end melodically. And of course, this is just a made-up diagram. You can construct your solo any way you want to. The main point I'm trying to make is that you should think about these things. You should think about the dynamic arc of your solo, so that way you can consider, whoa, I think I just melted way too many faces, maybe I should back off a little bit. If you want. But like I said, I'm kind of basing this philosophy off my own guitar playing and my favorite guitar players who influenced me. Kind of telling a story with your solo, I think, is a really cool thing to be able to do, and you can learn to do that by considering the dynamic levels of how much shred or how much insert technique. It doesn't have to be shred, that's just the concept of this lesson, but how much of one thing that you put, and generally that's slow, medium, and fast guitar playing. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about soloing in general, but especially when it comes to shredding, I think less is more until more is more. Turn it all the way up and then kind of dial it back down, blend it all together. It doesn't happen right away. I'm still learning how to phrase and, you know, be melodic in my guitar playing. I'm learning every day. I'm never going to reach my destination. So I think this is just food for thought for you guys. If you want to play something without any shred in it, with just attitude, I think that's great. Or if you want to play, that's okay too. And blending those two together, like I said, that's the art that we're all trying to perfect. I'm going to throw on a little solo now. I hope you enjoyed the topic of this lesson. It was fun. If you're interested in learning any of the techniques or things that I put into practice, you should check out my course, Guitar Super System. It'll go over all the modes and styles like arpeggios that I like to use to outline some of these ideas. And also triads are a very important part of my own improvisation. So there's a link in the description for that course if you're interested. And I'll catch you guys next time.